You okay? We've got this.
Thank you for the kiss.
I think that for the parents performing with their children, but also for the audiences, it was truly an innovation. It was magical, it was dignified, it had purpose and power, and it was new. Hello, I'm Liv Laurent and I'm director of balletLORENT. In many ways, this Rapunzel and Rapunzel After Dark had our most ambitious community cast we've had. To want to tell the story of Rapunzel, which is about husband and wife desperately wanting a child, and having that moment that many of us recognise in real life, where you're empty-armed and everyone else seems to have a baby or a child in their arms and you don't. And I wanted to create that very truthful, poignant scene on the stage, and I wanted to do it with as much as possible real babies and toddlers on stage.
So I'm Megan and this is Morgan, and I am a dancer and we're performing in Rapunzel. I think doing anything with a new baby is like beneficial, but I think being a dancer and doing this with other dancers in like a company of dancers is like, yeah, it's been fab. Really, really good. I think he sort of leads what we're going to do in that moment. Yeah, it's just a really nice way of working. I wasn't sure how it would work, but it's been fab.
Hello, I'm Natalie, this is Aidan, and I'm a dancer with balletLORENT, and in Rapunzel I played the Queen and one of the creatures. As a dancer and a new mum, being able to come back to work and knowing that Aidan was able to be part of the rehearsals and the performance if he wanted to was an amazing thing. It's always about them being themselves, and if they're happy, then that enhances the scene, and we're always encouraged as parents with the children on stage that it's that relationship first, and then that will read in the story. So we're not making them do anything, we're not making them do the same thing again. It's always about finding what they're interested in that day.
I'm Lizzie Klotz and this is Max Burton, and I'm a dance artist based in the North East. What this project is brilliant for is, you know, I'm working but I'm also not having to coordinate childcare, and I know that, for example, this month I'm really busy, but half of those days are actually with Max, and we're able to do that together, and I'm paid to be with him, which, yeah, is really uncommon.
So this is Solmaz and I'm Alice. Yeah, so I'm a dancer in the North East. It's always so much better than I think it's going to be. She seems to respond so well. Like, I took her to class this morning. Again, really scared that she was going to cry and stuff. Lay her down on the floor and she was just like... Like, she seems to love watching people dance. It sounds a bit cheesy, but I think she likes watching me dance and be busy in that way, like, rather than trying to do the dishes. And being busy, but not in like a stressed out way, in like a... I'm actually creatively stimulated as well as she is.
I'm Jenny Crisp and this is Maud Tyler. So it's quite hard physically because I was so far along pregnant. Emotionally it was quite exciting to try and imagine that next time I'd be performing it was with Maud, because I just had a doll at the time, and it was interesting to see the other dancers with their actual babies. I was quite nervous, and about actually being able to move as a dancer, holding a baby on the stage with the music, with the lights, thinking about myself as well as thinking about the baby. There was quite a lot to process and think about.
I don't think I had a lot of friends with babies. They've kind of all been having babies within this project. And so the first time that kind of met up with like other parents was really nice, because cliche line, but it is really nice to talk to people who's going through the same thing. I felt like a bit of an identity crisis in the space. Like, I'm a mum, I'm also with a dance company with dancers that I know, and a weird mix of stuff, but it felt like a really nice, gentle way to actually ease back into the dance world. It's really reassuring to see how well practiced or how experienced the whole company is with working with young children.
The whole of the company and everyone have been really supportive, but yeah, the chaperones have been great, and
everyone's being like very hands-on, so if somebody just needs to like hold a baby for a second, they can do.
For me, I can sort of measure his enjoyment through how much he wants to get involved, and I can like feel that, right? I'm trying to hold it. He's like ready to take over the room. We've already spoken a lot about how important it is for Liv that our children are doing what they want to do, and that they're not being shoehorned into like our ideas of what they should be doing. And so if, you know, Max wants to call around, then we have to facilitate that safely. And also if he's tired or, you know, not feeling 100%, then he just doesn't go on. And that there's a sort of backup plan to bring on a doll instead, which would be a shame because it would be lovely for him to perform, but we have to, you know, remember that they are more important than us. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to show her this when she's older and be like, look what you did at 6 weeks old, you know. Baby Max, baby Max.
Our youth academy is the first time that we've been able to have such a very different group of kids. Different ages, they come from different schools, some different special needs, quite a neurodiverse group. The autonomy that we gave the children and the influence they had on the choreography, the nature of the collaboration between them and the dancers was very strong, and it built regularly, the trust built regularly, the creativity was constantly shifting, and that's been very much the ethos of what our academy is, because it's not about them perfecting a routine or learning how to copy a particular teacher. It is about artistic exchange, dialogue and progress, and celebrating individuality and understanding that individuality is not a static thing. Individuality in all of us as humans keeps changing and growing, especially with children, as their capacity and their focus and their interest and their physicality keeps changing.
Hello, I'm Debbie and I'm a creative partner with balletLORENT. For the children, it's all about their creative magic and their personalities and their characters, because they're all very different, and also how they can just be themselves. So we don't really want them to come on and suddenly start acting or, you know, being over the top with what they're doing. It needs to kind of seamlessly fit in within the work. And in fact, it kind of goes the other way. You know, we kind of, as dancers, trying to be inspired by them, if you like, especially with the babies who are the most natural in that space, in the room and on stage. You want that all to look realistic, not forced. It's like our youth academy at that age are so creative. You give them an idea, and if they love to move, then they'll fly with it.
I am Hayden and I'm 9 years old. My name's Emmy and I'm also 9. It feels like you're really part of something. My favourite part's been dancing and making new friends. I was a little nervous when I joined, but I got more friends than before in school.
Dora and I'm 9.
My name is Leonidas. I am 9 years old.
I enjoy dancing and it makes me feel open to the wider world.
I've learned how to twist and bend and dance. It's been very good because I've been able to express myself.
My name is Grace. The skills I've learned is to be brave. When I perform with professional dancers, I feel like I'm a professional dancer.
My name's Alwyn. Everything you do on stage feels so. It feels so important, and it's fantastic to be able to share something. Having an excuse to move, you know, and being able to move and it feel free. If you feel a need to dance, you know, and if it's something that you really love to do, then I say give it a go.
I would tell any other children to join because it's super good. you should go for it because it's really fun and you get to express your emotions and have a lot of fun with it.
The children are integral to those scenes that they're in. You know, the audience will go away remembering those scenes. You don't often get to see that. Having 14 children come across in a scene on wheelies, on skateboards, the experience is a holistic one that's rewarding for those involved and for our audiences.
Because it's very demanding being on stage, very demanding to deal with the lights, the pressure of the audience, meet your cue. There's a lot of discipline involved, and so for a lot of children they've not ever had that experience before, and certainly not at that level with those kind of production values. So the responsibility given to all those children was big, and they met it. They have that desire to perform, and to perform in that magical world of a big stage, a beautiful set, amazing lights, being equal on stage with the professional dancers, taking a bow at the end to the audience. That whole experience is everything they've worked up towards, and they have loved that.